Welcome to the latest edition of About the Cards podcast, live tonight on YouTube. It's episode number 76 of About the Cards podcast. Where, as always, with me, my host Stephen Loeffler and Jack Wax twins. Ben Wilson at our trading cards. He's on assignment. We have a fill-in. We have a special guest tonight at another castle.
Oh, hi. It's
Angela.
double underscore.
At another underscore castle. Hanging out with us tonight. And I'm Tim Shepler at Big Shep 79. We are a podcast by collectors for collectors, and we hope to bring you a smart and insightful podcast discussing trading card collecting. We're live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific.
10 Central and 11 Eastern.
On YouTube, Periscope, Facebook Live. Follow us on Twitter About the Cards. We're available podcasts everywhere. Check out the website aboutthecards.wordpress.com. Find us on Flick Chat app. Talk about the pod. Breaking news, third baseman Mike Moustakas and the Cincinnati Reds are in agreement with a 4-year deal.
Hey, so breaking news, 2019 Bowman
Heritage is on sale this week. A little inside joke here, but we like to have fun. So, how are you guys doing tonight? How are my Texas folks tonight? I feel outnumbered now.
We're pretty good. I got one window up here with Twitter up, one window with Periscope this week. Heard a little bit of a minor complaint last week that having it up on my phone, apparently I don't see the message. And you guys don't have it up, I guess. Missed a message. But it's up this week, and we're up late, trying to be well, hopefully. And I don't know.
Any fun collecting stuff in your collect world?
Not particularly. I've got a couple packs here or there that we've opened. It's because you closed the window. She's gonna hop out and hop back right back in here. Having some technical difficulties from the audio engineer, but no, I broke a few packs here or there. Nothing major, nothing to report. Hopefully this episode 76 goes better than Fallout 76.
Oh,
deep cut. Yeah, missing our third co-host, but Angela will fill in quite well, I hope.
Yeah, no, we miss Ben, and he'll be back next week. And but if you want, reach out and say hello,
of course,
to him. He'd love to hear that. So appreciate everybody hanging out with us in the chat tonight. And we will try to make sure we can answer all questions. So send them our way. We appreciate it. We're going to have fun tonight.
Indeed.
Last week we kind of had a long show. We had a great guest. And so it was the show was like 2 hours. So I don't think we'll be as long tonight, but we'll see what happens. I had a lot of fun. We're going to talk about some of the fun I had over the week with cards later in the show. But a lot of good stuff. The week that was last week's releases, Topps Living Week 90. Good Lord, that's a big number, 90. Card 263, Gary Carter, Hall of Fame catcher, the Montreal Expos, sold just over 2,600. Card 264, Brad Keller, rookie pitcher, the Kansas City Royals, sold 2,125. And I am responsible for at least 2 of those Brad Kellers. Check out at Topps Living Stat for a full breakdown of where to find these cards, where these cards fall respectively in the set by team and by position. So I still think they're 2 good-looking cards.
Yeah, they are. Carter a little bit more so, but
hey, that logo was looking sharp,
right?
On the KC hat, though.
Well, you had me at sharp logo, but
yeah. By the way, did you see the XFL logos and jerseys that came out today?
I saw a couple of them. Yeah,
a couple of them look really good, and a couple of them look like fake teams, like you see on like not Madden, like it's Joel Madden football.
Right.
And football is spelled foosball, Joe Madden foosball.
Right.
So, also last week, 2019 20 Upper Deck Black Diamond Hockey, 2019 Topps Transcendent Collection, which I know Steph busted a few cases, and 2019 20 Panini Absolute Memorabilia Basketball, which we'll have some interesting talk about later. New releases hot off the press is new releases. This week's Topps Living Week 91. Card 264, or 265. I'm sorry, Matt Chapman of the Oakland A's, third baseman of the Oakland A's, and card 266, Kyle Hendricks, pitcher, Chicago Cubs. We all know that Ben's super excited that old Chapman got a card at the A's.
I'm sure. I'm sure he'll probably be first in line to order 10 of them.
Yes. Well, no, it's just one. All you need is one. That's what he says.
But it's Matt Chapman, and it's
yeah. I mean, my whole thing on this is when you order stuff on demand, if you collect that team, always buy a couple, and that way, if some reason why the card like takes off and collectability, people are offering a big dollar for it, then you can turn around and flip it and then buy more cards that you want later on with those profits. So
why don't we show people what it looks like?
Oh yeah, we can do that. If I clicked buttons, guys, it's been having two little ones in the house kind of warps your brain. I don't know how people do it, so I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, but here's the Kyle Hendricks. Now, to me, the Cubs logo thing looks different. Am I wrong on that?
A little bit. The fading on the top.
No, I'm talking about on the graphic that the logo is right above his name.
By his
the
name.
Upside down igloo.
Right.
Is that she looks like a shield? I don't feel like the other ones have looked like that.
No.
That's different.
So I don't know if once the Cub
talking about here, instead of the
square
box, it's got like a staple punch.
I don't know if once the Cubs is in the chat or has those stats, but if you are, that'd be outstanding to research that. Maybe we can reach out later and talk about it. So, look, we do have a Ben with us tonight. Cardboard Icons is live. Of course, the best Ben on Twitter, and probably the best Ben in the hobby. Let's just be honest. I mean, Chapman looks good. Hendricks is kind of a weird Cub, but whatever. Or Hendricks is kind of a weird Cub, but whatever.
He looks a bit older than he does, and Chapman's weird
mustache.
Sidney Crosby playoff mustache.
No, like
looks weird.
13-year-old kid mustache.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, otherwise, they're two good-looking cards. I'm sure they'll sell under 3,000.
Yeah, of course. At least they'll sell over 2,000. That'd be good. I hope you're ready for this one. 2019 Bowman Draft Baseball dropped today in two versions. The first is Jumbo, $260 a box, 12 packs per box, 32 cards per pack, 3 autos and 24 refractors. Then the Super Jumbo, $335 a box, 5 packs per box, 120 cards per pack. Now that's a pack I can get behind. 120 cards per pack, 5 autographs, 40 refractors. Now, there's a 200-card base set. The checklist is a mix of the draft picks from 2019 and other prospects. A lot of international prospects can be mixed in there as well. All come together in both the Bowman base card and a Chrome. They're the same design as Bowman and Bowman Chrome earlier this year. It's a new batch of Under Armour autographs, all numbered out of 199 or less. They're randomly inserted. These are some of the early signatures from players that are playing in high school and before the draft. So there's some real youngsters in there. Some guys to look for. Number 1 pick, Adley Rutschman, the catcher for the Orioles. Andrew Vaughn of the White Sox. Josh Jung, and I forget where he went. Glenn Allen Hill Jr. Spencer Brickhouse. C.J. Abrams, J.J. Blade. A couple of the big names from the draft. The one that's missing is Bobby Witt Jr. because he'll be the star of 2020 Bowman when that releases in April. I know that Mojo Break was busy today as I'm wearing the shirt tonight, but they were broadcasting all day with just nothing but Bowman and Prizm basketball. So if you want to see what this stuff looks like, they're probably one of the best spots to check out breaks, and they're going to break it down for you. They're going to let you know what's hitting, what teams look good. All teams are represented pretty well. So.
Yeah, I was doing a slight scroll to see if anybody just didn't have any, and I mean the A's are the least I've seen with 4. Yeah. And even that's a good amount. I mean, you said what, 200-card base?
200-card base set, yeah.
That's not horrible.
No, and so these are the guys. The thing with the draft is that this is the set you buy, and then you just put in a box,
and
you come back and look at it like 3 years later. Judge was in draft, and I didn't know who he was. He was a Yankee outfielder, so I threw it in a box, and all of a sudden it was a big dollar card. And we got to talk about Beans guys in here. Alex Mohan, for the pitcher from the what did he play? We played in West Virginia.
I stand corrected. The Nationals have no cards.
Oh, okay. One team, the World Series champs. They don't need prospects.
Nope.
The World Series champions. That's weird. A whole team got left out of draft.
Wow.
That's
thanks, Tops.
I don't know how you do that.
Out of the base card set, yeah, sure, but usually they'll have an insert or an auto.
Did they not have a first round pick this year? I'm going to take a look real quick. Yeah, that's just odd to me. That you miss an entire team. Did the 17th pick overall, Jackson Rutledge, a pitcher, looked like he signed.
Huh. Strange.
They also had a notable selection in round 3. Drew Mendoza, a third baseman out of Florida State, and Tyler Dyson, a pitcher in the 5th round out of Florida. Those both came up as notable picks for them. So,
I
don't know. Strange. We'll have to see what happens, and maybe they're saving them for Bowman.
Possible.
Which let's hope that we see some Bobby Witts. I'd love to do that. But no, I used to really hop into a lot of Chase Bowman a lot. I just kind of gotten away from it because of these price points. A jumbo box back in the day, and when I say back in the day, I'm talking a year and a half ago, was $150 to $180 a box on the day it dropped,
if not more.
No, I'm just saying, but that was about the starting price. It was always under 100. It was always under $200.
Right.
Now you're talking 260, and I understand the super jumbo. You're getting the 5 autos. That's craziness, sure. But these prices for Bowman have just exploded right coming out of the gate. So,
and usually they sit on someone's shelf and nobody knows who they are until 4 years down the line.
Yeah.
Unexplainable.
KVO said, "Hey, I like draft, but I'm priced out on it." Yeah, a lot of us are. You can't even go and buy a pack because you're going to be spending $15-$20 on a pack, and well, at least in Super Jumbo, you're probably going to get it's 5 packs, 5 autographs, so you're going to guarantee yourself an autograph. But
there's always Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
No autos though. No Tebow autos.
Good.
Just base.
And Chrome. I see him in Chrome.
Yeah. We also had 2019 Panini Rookies and Stars Football dropped. I saw it at retail last week, but came out this week, $120 a box, 6 packs per box, 10 cards per pack. You're going to receive 2 autographs, 2 mem, 2 chromium inserts, 22 additional inserts, and 5 parallels. Again, this is a 200 card base set, 100 vets and 100 rookies. The rookies are approximately 2 per pack. The chromium inserts have an OptiChrome stock similar to their Prizm and Optic cards. So that's kind of nice. Rookie longevity signatures. Take the base design and add the autographs. New this year in Rookies and Stars is high octane memorabilia and also big time memorabilia. And the big time gets the name from their oversized swatches. So there are also prime and premium versions available as well. So that's got to be a prime with that. The Redskins, the Dwayne Haskins.
I've already seen a few of these at work, and some of the artwork's just amazing.
Yeah, they have really good backgrounds on these cards, and the statistical standouts. They you showed there has some career passing yards for Roethlisberger, an auto and jersey, which is cool.
The non-standard relics are nice too.
Yeah. And I like that Dress for Success. It has a jersey in the locker room, and then you see a piece of the jersey. And so I've always been a fan of Rookies and Stars. Quick story. We were an LCS I no longer go to, but back in 2012, they had one of the Panini reps out there, and Rookies and Stars was dropping. And so this is Luck, RG3, Trent Richardson, Matt Khalil for you, Steph. They were the top 4 picks in the draft, and they were doing a case break of this at the shop, and I bought in 2 teams, and I went out there, and they were doing after hours and having a trade night, and Panini was going to be there, and they opened a box of rookies and stars, and everybody got a pack.
Right.
Well, I opened the pack, and inside is a jersey. It's a rookie autograph jersey card, numbered out of 499 of Andrew Luck.
Nice.
I almost crapped my pants because one, I'm a Colts fan. Two, he's the number one pick in the draft.
Yep.
It's a Luck auto with a jersey. I didn't pay a cent for it. All I did was show up that night. I'm pretty sure Ben was there. This is before we hung out quite a bit, but this is the shop that he worked at or helped out at. But no, that's my always. I always have a little soft spot for rookies and stars,
right?
Just because of that one card. So, also this week, 2019 Panini Obsidian football releases. It's $165 a box. 1 pack per box, 7 cards per pack. 4 autos and/or mem. 2 inserts and/or parallels. It's another 200 card base set. Current and former NFL stars and the rookies. So I believe it's the same breakdown: 100 vets or former players, and then 100 rookies. All cards are numbered to 125. All base cards. The player worn materials feature primarily in the Matrix materials cards, and then they have the tunnel vision. And I think Steph, you showed that one. It looks like the opening montage, as Ryan Crackle said, of a 007 film,
which the trailers out today.
Yes, those look awesome.
They do.
They do.
I wish there were maybe die cut, and maybe there's a die cut parallel, but
oh, dude, yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a '90s idea.
Yes, die cuts. I miss die cuts.
Done well. Some of them looked amazing.
Oh wait, it says die cut, honey.
Oh yeah, no shit.
Oh, it is a die cut. Oh, nice.
See, I'm right there on the same wavelength with Panini.
There we go. I don't know if we want you on the same wavelength as Panini if you're going to be on this show. We're going to have to rethink some things.
One of us has to be. I know Ange has a rant coming up later, but
yeah. No, I mean, you look at the Obsidian, that autograph there with Kyler Murray. There's a bunch of intricate designs, and they use a lot of black in this in the sets. So no, it's a big hitter quitter type deal. I mean, you're getting 7 cards, but you're gonna get 4 autos or mem, and not too bad.
Nice.
Now, if you can't afford the big boy and Bowman draft, Panini Elite Extra Edition baseball drops today, $100 a box. 5 packs per box, 5 cards per pack, 8 autographs, 2 mem, and 7 parallel. It's a 200 card. There's a 200 card base set. I don't think it's 5 cards per pack. I think I might have that wrong, Steph. Can you check on that? It should be towards the bottom of this.
Yeah, 5 packs, 5 per.
Okay.
25 cards a box.
Okay. Well,
it's expensive for base card people.
Yeah, that's a big. This usually be base heavy, but anyway, there's a 200 card base set. All the base cards are numbered to $9.99, so basically $1,000. The main set is a mix of the 2019 draft picks and other prospects. It also includes players from the Dominican Prospect League. All the cards have a dozen parallels, split evenly between aspirations and status die cut. And the autographs carry the same general design as the base set, with 14 additional levels of parallels. So if you collect the autographs and the parallel and the base parallels of everybody, you're roughly looking at 28 cards, give or take, of one guy. But it's the same guys, Rushman, Witt, Andrew Vaughn. Those are going to be some of the guys that you're going to be hunting down. So,
and this year, I'll give them some credit. In years past, the status or aspiration designation was a bit harder to find or see. But on these, the clearest day, aspirations. I don't know if they're doing die cuts with these. But
yep. Status die cuts, yep.
Of course. But yeah, I know occasionally they'll have a retail release with this as well. I haven't seen whether they're doing it this year.
Yeah.
Just something to keep an eye on. Yeah,
and Rob Sports Card says EEE, as it's known, is underrated product with the patches they put in it. Yep. And then, Bo 1 million, he agrees. He loves it.
Yeah, it's some of the under the radar guys that Tops doesn't include for draft just because they are the third, fourth, fifth round guys or the Dominican guys that get signed at 16, 18, whatnot.
Yeah, that Dominican League stuff could help out. So, and I think each team was represented pretty well. So, all right, we're getting to another big boy this week. 2019-2020 Panini Prizm Basketball dropped today. $4.25 a box. 12 packs per box. 12 packs per box. 12 cards per pack. You're going to receive 2 autos and 22 Prizm parallels. The 300 card base set, of which I have 2. It is one of the most anticipated releases of the year. Prizm parallels remain the cornerstone of the product. In addition to hobby, there are several other configurations at retail. And within those, collectors can find a variety of Prizm exclusives. Look for veteran and rookie autographs, and there's 40 parallels. I counted them all. The silver parallels are probably the most sought after, other than autos, even more than the autos.
Silver, and maybe red, white, and blue.
Yep. I love this, Ken. Or you can buy 21 blasters for the same price. Yep.
If you can find them.
Yep. Players to look for: Zion, Ja Morant, R.J. Barrett, Hashimura has been a big one. I like Carson Edwards, just to put it out there.
If I'm not mistaken, just signed an exclusive Panini deal.
Who did?
Hashimura?
Yeah. Yes. Oh, nice. Yeah, he played at Gonzaga. He's with the Wizards. So I want to get into this a little bit. I've opened a lot.
No.
Yes. So I ran into it last week, and I think I talked about this on the show, right? Last week, Steph. Did really well. I pulled a Ja Morant, sold it, was paid for. Super happy. I believe, and I think Ken will agree. This year, retail might be the way to go on this. And the reason I say that, I mean, there's rookie variations that Steph's showing here, photo variations, which I think are pretty cool. But now you can get a blaster for $20 that has, 6 packs or and 6 cards or whatever the breakdown is there. You can get a hanger box for like $18, and that's got 20 cards and some orange parallels exclusives in there, which are so pretty. You can get the loose packs, and people talk about pack searching. It's a 4-card pack, folks. There are not going to be any relics, and you don't really want a relic out of this. You much rather have a silver base or a rookie base or a rookie variant. You're going to want a base. You're going to want a simple, a plain card. And you're not going to be able to tell if they have autographs on them or not pack searching unless you open the pack. And then they also have the multi-pack or the value pack or whatever you call it, which is 2 packs of 6 cards each. You get a green parallel in one and a silver in the other, and you get 3 red, white, and blues in a separate pack. I love those. I agree here with Rob Sports Cards. The hangers are the best option. That's where I did a lot of my damage in those. On the other hand, the blasters, so I've only opened, I'm going to be honest. Oh, and then they have the mega boxes, which are about $40. I think for some reason at Target they're $50. I've noticed some price discrepancies, and I don't know if the Target mega box has something different than the Walmart one did. I bought the Walmart one. There's my cards there. These are some I bought last night.
One of it's like 3 or 4 trips to Target.
Yeah.
Hashtag not addicted.
Yes.
To meet
not at
rehab.
all. But the Walmart has 20 or had 10 pink parallels, which are sexy too. The blasters, though, I opened one blaster, and I've seen other people open blasters, and I've heard from other people. I opened the one blaster. So you know how many rookie cards I got out of that one blaster? 1? It's 6 packs and 4 cards per pack. How many?
1?
1 rookie card. Now, out of all these other, like right here, you see all these other multi-packs I bought, I got like 20.
Dang.
The Target Megas have the red ice prisms. Okay. And those I think we're going for 50. But and I know I was watching a video of Ken, and he opened them, and the blasters, and he had damage to the cards, and yeah, he said they sucked. Yeah, they did. I mean, I got a relic of Dirk, neat. But yeah, and he says what he's seen on YouTube, the blasters have stunk. So stick with these other ones, man. And like I did really good. I bought 15 loose packs, so they're the first ones I found, and I did really well out of there. I got a Hasamura silver out of one of them. And so the thing with that is, and if you want to buy this stuff, and maybe you can't find it at retail because everybody else has bought it up. Like last night, I legitimately was at Target buying some cleaning supplies and walked by, and they were pulling the chick was pulling out of the box and putting them on, and right as I walked up, I was kind of looking around and seeing. I was like, okay, I'll go get my stuff. She goes, yeah, and here's this Prizm the guy was looking at. I was like, Prizm. Oh. And she looked at me like I was a crackhead, and I bought these are what she had in the box. I'm like, cool, I'll buy them, and had some fun. But the secondary market, man, I've been buying rookies for like $1 or $2. People are just dumping this stuff. Not the parallels so much, but the base rookie cards of certain guys. If you have a feeling about a guy, or you like a guy out of college, man, there's some deals to be had. I picked up a silver of Jackson Hayes, who was a top 10 pick out of Texas, to the Pelicans for $12 right before the show.
Nice.
So it here we go. Ken stopped on Target on my way home, and the lady was stocking the shelves. Yeah, I think we're all making so many stops. So,
let alone silver RJ Barrett.
I did okay about a silver RJ Barrett, but I feel like I snagged that at a really good deal. But I'm just telling, like, I've not been a big basketball collector, but dude, like this stuff has me, man, right now, and I've been very excited about it. I think. I just don't think you're going to get your 425 out of your satisfaction out of a box.
Gotcha.
That's just my personal opinion. You could spend that 425, and that's basically what I spent the first day. And I got when I found out 3 megas, 15 of the value packs, 7 hangers for the same price. So I don't know. And then but all I got to say is that all of my Prizm have been completely free this year just because of Jaw Morant. So thank you, Jaw. And the dude that bought it and paid within an hour. So, which I was freaked out that he wasn't going to pay. What's brewing next week's releases? 2019-2020 Panini Prizm Basketball Fast Break, so a different version. 1920 Panini Donruss Basketball, and 2019 Bowman's Best Baseball. So back-to-back weeks with some Prizm and some Bowman, and then also Donruss Basketball. Was listed to come out this week, got pushed back to next week. We'll see if it does come out. It was weird to me that they both were going to be coming out the same week. We'll hop into Infield Chatter, a hobby talk section of the show. Now, I have a question. So this was brought up in a DM group I'm in, and Steph's in there, and Ange as well. Was this the worst Black Friday for trading cards, like maybe ever?
I'm not sure about ever, but definitely in a long while.
Yeah. I mean, did you guys see anything?
Anything worth picking up? No.
Yeah, I mean, I was cruising around, and I wasn't super trying to find anything, but I also tweeted out, hey, like, you guys have found anything good out there? And nothing. I mean, somebody's shared there was $30 for a 2018 Topps Update hanger, which used to go for $10, but it was down from like $70. And this was on Blowout, and then a $20 for a 2018 Topps Bowman or Topps Series 2 Blaster. So it was back to the normal retail price, and I think they were selling those normally like at like $30. So I don't know. I didn't see like anything that was like making me. In years past, it was like, okay, like I had to budget a little bit and find a few things to decide on what I was going to do, but I didn't see anything that was worthwhile.
I mean, there were a few blaster sales that people were sharing, but for the most part, I mean, there just really wasn't anything that was discounted. Everyone wanted to hold on to their stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, even you sent me a link to 2019 Diamond Kings for was $50, $60.
Yeah, I think it was like $50. Yeah. That was probably one of the best things I saw. It was like, but it's still, that's like what normally there's a going for $55 or $60.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, if I can't, I'm not going to buy it. If it was at $40, maybe, I don't know. I just thought it was goofy, and other people did too. And so anyway,
plus the hobby shops in this area are so good. I really don't like waiting for my product.
Yeah.
Like I won't wait on shipping from Blowout or anybody when I have like 5 shops that I can grab from.
Yeah. No, and then you get to support local, somebody local, and you get to open it that day, have some interaction with it, have some fun, and
hopefully share the hobby.
Yeah. I like going to my local shop though, and it's always fun.
We don't have necessarily one in particular. We just have 3 that each fill different niche needs.
Yeah.
One has more product, one has more vintage and singles, and one has the right feel for a hobby shop.
I like that, the right feel. Or sometimes the right smell. It smells like old stale cardboard.
Right.
Yes.
If they could make that into a candle. Kevin Jones has an interesting comment here. I'm feeling like the Junk Wax 2.0 coming. We're in the 86, 87 right now. In some regards, I think that what helps us nowadays is the autographs and the relics.
Definitely.
But I get the point. I feel like it. Some of the prices, like you see what's going on with Prizm this week. I think they are somewhat inflated. I imagine them like home prices, right? When the economy and everything's doing well, prices of homes and things like that go up as people are excited and have money to spend on it. And then when they don't, those prices are going to come back down to earth. And I think we're kind of in a bigger bubble right now. And it's exciting, though, because a lot of people are getting into it. I was even talking to my buddies about the Prizm stuff, and they don't collect, but they've listened to the show, and they know what's kind of going on. But I think something's coming. There's got to be some kind of a correction coming. But it's fun. And
the prices can't stay.
No, it can't. It can't. I mean, when you have Luka silvers that were going for a few $100 now going for $2K, and his base cards that were going for $20 are going for over $100 now. It's crazy.
Let alone the optic just base going for $20-$50.
Yeah. So it is. It's there's somebody I want to have on the show, and they're a big basketball collector, Prizm especially, and we've kind of been now Twitter buddies here for a little while as I've started getting more into it, and we've done a couple of trades. I'm trying to convince them to come on the show or do a show, and we can talk basketball and like why this craze with basketball. So what's going on there. And yeah, Kevin says he loves it. Don't get me wrong, but the numbers are ramping up for sure. I believe so. You see when we have Prizm, all the Prizm sets that Panini releases, and there's 40 to 45 parallels of each car, and then those are numbered out or whatever. That just tells me there's a lot of the base product.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what scares me with basketball. Really runs me away from football and baseball altogether. I'll pick up, the quarterbacks in football. I'm not going to buy any product. I'm not going to go out and buy packs or boxes. I'll buy the singles. But when you have that, you start kind of working the big numbers there, and you got to have like some kind of a abacus to figure it all out. But that's a lot of singles they have to produce to insert those parallels as they do.
Right.
So yeah, Ben's Korean Cardboard Ben is on assignment this week. He should be back with us next week. So
with his news, with his book report ready.
Yes. So we talked earlier about 2019, 2020 Absolute Memorabilia rookie threads. They got a little redacted. So this is an article that Ryan Cracknell wrote for Beckett.com. The 40-card set features swatches from NBA freshmen. And with swatches come the usual disclaimer and Panini statement of authenticity, which is found on the back. It didn't take long for collectors to notice curious inclusion in the disclaimer. Some of it had been blacked out.
With a Sharpie.
And autograph are the words that were blacked out. This isn't a set that was intended to have signatures, so it appears though the guaranteed promise a little too much, and Panini was looking to avoid potential confusion. And in a nutshell, there was a typo, and this was fixed, and that's what they used. For those who pull one or looking to have one graded, BGS is Andy Broom. And his handle on Twitter is like the card grader or something.
Card grader, yeah.
Noted it won't impact anything. We won't hit it because Panini, who did the blacking out before they were packed out, Broom said. It's just like it was brought up on Twitter as a Zion, and that was like a $180 product.
Right.
And you pull a Zion relic and you go, man, it'd be an awesome card. And you look at the back of it, and it's Steph shown here. There's marker. Think about being the chucklehead that you had to go through and be the guy that had to ink all these cards.
Right. You come into work and you're planning to do checklist stuff
checklist stuff.
Thought you'd like that. But no. Like your whistle. No. You're going to come into work and you have something completely unrelated to you, and your boss stops you and he goes, so, look, we got the cards back from the printer. We need you to go sit in the room in the hall closet with a Sharpie and start highlighting everything that says "and autograph." Now, I don't know if they were planning on issuing a "and autograph" version of these, and maybe that's why the text still remains, or if there is.
Or if it's a copy-paste problem.
Yeah, I think it's a copy-paste problem.
But clearly there was an issue between the conversation they had with the printer, with what actually got printed, and unfortunately wasn't caught. It was caught way too late in the line.
Yeah, it was just really.
I want to know if they blacked it out before they put the patch in there or after.
It had to have been after, because why not just reprint the backs?
Yeah.
Fun. We done read good here.
Panini has all sorts of issues.
Yeah, Panini Prizm Series 2. So we brought this up. Our boy Mike Summer tweeted out last week that they had a checklist listed for Series 2. Panini tweeted out a checklist update for 2019-2020 Prizm at NBA basketball has been added to the at Panini America website. It's been labeled Prizm Series 2, but there is no Series 2. It is just an addition to the existing 2019-2020 Prizm checklist. I don't know what that means. Why didn't they just make the checklist, reload the new checklist for Prizm? But, I don't know.
It seems like a very confusing sentence. So what they're saying is on a website that from the best understanding that I got, and we had a discussion with this at work, was that our best understanding is that the initial checklist that they uploaded didn't have all of the final checklist materials.
Yeah.
So I re-uploaded it with all of the information, hopefully. And for whatever reason, they labeled that as Series 2 instead of Document 2, version 2.0, whatever.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's the checklist for green ice, parallels, orange ice, pink ice, purple, sparkle, right sparkle, red ice.
So
there's sensational swatches, orange ice, all that stuff is on there. So it looks like, but my thing is, why not just reload the other checklist, dum-dum?
Right. Publish it to the website and then say, oh, by the way, there is an updated version of the checklist currently available now. Attention, at this person.
Well, okay, hey, wizard, look at this. So when you go and you pull up let me show this. Let me share this because this is driving me bonkers.
What version of the release?
So you go and you go to basketball and you go 2019 Panini Prizm 2019. You get to select. Okay, so hey, I want the far out. I want the fearless pack. I want yada yada yada. I have it all right here.
Yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately, it doesn't show on screen share, but yeah.
So like it. You have all the list of stuff here, and it's like, okay, well, no, I want to go and look, and I want to go to Series 2. And, okay, it's just the rest of it. So if they couldn't fit it all under Prizm, why put Series 2? Just put Prizm,
updated checklist.
Or extended checklist or whatever.
Extended, yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask this. Are these the retail versions only?
The lot, yeah, you know what? I'm looking at it.
Because that would make sense why they didn't.
Or put retail.
Yeah, retail.
It also has the rookie variations, and so I think those are in hobby as well. So, I don't know.
Questionable.
Be smarter.
If you're going to publish an update of, hey, this is what we did, maybe make it so that it makes sense to everybody.
Or you send this stupid tweet out, you couldn't go back and edit the website.
Right.
I mean, because when was the tweet sent out? The tweet was sent out a couple of days ago. So we saw this. The tweet was sent out on Monday.
Yeah.
So it's now Wednesday, and you still haven't fixed it?
Mm-mm.
Whatever. These are like the little things that, like, when you have a business and you have a customer base that uses the internet, that looks for resources, you think that shit would be straight. These are little things that should not be hard for a company to do.
Shouldn't.
And if they are, then good God, what else are they screwing up? I mean, we saw that they screwed up the backs of the cards and had to Sharpie them out.
Well, and that's what Rob Sportcard said on YouTube here. You're gonna have so you're gonna have to work on Saturday. Here's your Sharpie.
Yeah.
Someone needs to throw together that meme with the guy from Office Space.
Yeah. It's goofy to me, so I don't know. Rainbow trout. Do you enjoy rainbow trout?
I do not eat fish, so no.
Well, you should, because there is some rainbow trout to be had. If you want to take a look, I don't know if you have it, Steph, but
trying to pull it up here.
Yeah, 2011 Topps Update Mike Trout PSA 10 Rainbow surface for sale, and in this you can pick up a red parallel, a white parallel, a blue parallel, a gold parallel, the cognac, which is one of my favorite ones from that year, and the diamond. All of these are a PSA 10.
Where did you shoot that link to?
Should be.
It's not. The picture isn't pulling up.
Picture's not there. It was in our DM thing, but only $275,000. But you do get free delivery.
Well, and I was discussing this earlier. It seems outrageous, but when you think about it, you're getting all 6 at once.
Yeah.
Which doesn't seem too far-fetched.
I don't think so. I gotta find this picture because it's a beautiful. You find it?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, when you break it down, that's not that bad.
No.
$275 for all 6. Open and mention new tab. Boop. And they all look to be PSA 10s.
Yeah.
Numbered, cognac, silver, Walmart, Target, and regular base.
I love it. They got red, white, blue, gold, cognac, and diamond. Just makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
It's only the price of a house.
Yeah, I mean,
depending on where you live,
someone will pay for it.
Here, get you a garage, but we're gonna talk about this last week. We just didn't get time to get to it. How much do you spend? At Robbie T86, Booby Main.
Not the Cuddle Buddy, but
tweeted out, card collectors, not breakers, what is your net spend per year on your collection? You can include supplies too. It 145 votes, and the options were less than 1,000, less than 2,000, less than 5,000, more than 5,000. More than 5,000 said 14%, less than 5,000, 13, less than 2,000, 26, and less than 1,000, 48%. I said less than 2,000, but I believe I am in less than 5,000.
Sorry, you probably spent less than 2,000 before Prizm.
Yeah, and then no, but it's the cases. I went back and added up some of the cases I bought this year. So,
well, and does that account for what you spent on travel to the National? Does that count for
the beers that Booby and I shared at the National? And
yeah.
So averaging out
pizza.
Here, it looks like roughly 18, 19 people voted for less than 5,000. About 20 people voted for 5,000, more than 5,000. 37 people voted for less than 2,000. And naturally, you can do the math. About 69 people said less than 1,000K. But no, I mean, after all the supplies and all of the $1 purchases, I'm probably right about where you're at, especially if Diamond Kings has a really strong year between 1 and 2.
Yeah, I just don't think I'd want to add it up, to be honest.
Food, everything else.
It'd be scary.
I mean, I buy very little anymore, so I'm definitely under 1,000. Even if you include comic books, I'm under 1,000.
Don't get her started.
Uh-oh. Sounds like Steph needs to give you some more money of his.
Shit.
I just, so also talking about spinning, cut autos. So at DWill66, everybody Drew's cards. I never understand this about the hobby. You can buy the exact same cut auto of Ty Cobb for $1,200 to $1,500, certified and everything. But once it's made into a baseball card, it's automatically $4,000. No sense whatsoever. Yeah.
Enjoy class.
What's up?
From chat, someone's got to go have class.
Oh.
Enjoy your class.
Yeah. Teach up.
Tell everyone to join us and watch in class.
I mean, it's so weird once you take an autograph of someone and you put it in something else, automatically it's worth 4 times what it was before. Right?
Well, and so I've looked at various Walter Johnson signed stuff, and in particular, some of the early 2000s stuff where they actually had some cut auto stuff, and they're ridiculous. 4 or 5,000, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10,000 for a single card. But I can go find a check that he signed when he was some county position in Maryland for like $200-300.
Yeah, and then you could have Tan Man make you a card.
Exactly.
That's what you do.
Why am I going to spend 4,000 just because it came out of Triple Threads or Museum or
I'm not a big fan of autos anyway. I'm not a big auto guy. I mean, that's just me. I don't. A little bit of the skepticism in it, I guess, for me. And then two, it's like I like base. I'm a base card nerd. I'm sorry, I'm a base head.
The base.
What's up?
Hashtag save the base.
Yeah, save the base.
Well,
all about the base, baby.
For more recent guys, I definitely don't understand it. But for people at turn of the century, where there's only a limited amount of stuff, as long as you're not doing what they did to Mickey Mantle, splitting it on the auto. I don't.
That's just
unless you're doing that to it. Just leave it.
I can't wait. I can't wait for them to here's the next idea for you, Panini. You could make a big booklet card,
one for
each letter pulled out. I think that'd be awesome. That's what I want to see.
Obviously.
That's what I'm asking for in 2020. Our Sport Card Collect on Twitter. What's the main sport you collect? This is another one we didn't get to last week. 270 votes. You had baseball, basketball, football, or other. Hockey doesn't even get mentioned. I love that.
No love hockey.
So many people are like, dude, I collect hockey. And he's like, oh, maybe I should have taken out football and put in hockey. Where's my hockey? I collect NASCAR and UFC, and I thought, okay, that was weird. But no, 66% people said baseball, 4% said basketball, 14% said football, and 16% said other, which I think a good majority were probably hockey folks.
Well, and I get it. Basketball is definitely the hot ticket right now, especially with Prizm.
Yeah, but it's only listed at 4%. I thought that was crazy.
They're flipping it. They're not collecting.
That's true. But it'd be interesting. Maybe we'll do a poll starting tomorrow of what's the main sport you collect. List the 4 major sports and then other.
Yeah,
and see what the results are.
Yeah, I thought baseball was way lower. Football didn't surprise me much. Baseball, I mean, a lot of people call them baseball cards, right? Even though they're football or hockey cards or basketball cards or whatever.
Sports
people
cards.
refer as baseball cards. It's like Kleenex, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Steph, you guys wanted to have a rant last week on Panini. I feel I broke it up a little bit, so we just didn't feel like we were just beating a dead horse.
Sure.
I wanted to give you a little open mic time here
and
to talk about your experience with buying through the website Panini Direct.
Panini Instant.
There we go.
So you guys remember a couple weeks back when the cat ran on the field during the Cowboys game?
Yeah, because they could make a cat card in 2 days, but they can't put a checklist of something they've been putting together for fucking months. Yeah,
it took them a good week.
Okay.
Which I wasn't prepared for in any sense because I'm totally used to Topps now.
Topps.
It's like, I love you, Panini.
This is how it arrives. Please handle with care. Fragile. Thank you. And it looks like they tried to package it up appropriately. Sure, right? Invoice here. Somebody signed off that the card was included. It was what, $8.99, $9.99, and then $7 shipping to go 15 minutes down the road.
I made the joke when I originally bought this card that Favor or DoorDash could have brought me this card to my door in 2 hours for way cheaper. I mean...
So what happened? So your card came, it was bent like a teepee.
It was literally a teepee. And...
Ignore the cat hair.
I got...
That's not a relic.
The cat hair is not a relic.
This is how the top loader looked straight out of the package.
So, quick, guys, before you get into this, Steph and I talked about this pre-show. In the thousands of cards I've bought online and or shipped that I've sold in top loaders, never once have I ever seen that.
Yeah. Granted, this top loader is like your standard Ultra Pro top loader.
With tape on it.
With clear tape, which is annoying. We'll get to that. And it's in a bubble mailer that's huge compared to what the size of the card is. And it's just floating in there.
With the paper.
So it got either... They say it got ran over. Personally, what actually happened was they machined the bubble mailer. It kinked it.
At FedEx.
But I buy things from eBay all the time. They never come this poorly packaged. And I pay, $4 for an eBay shipping? If that?
Depends on the weight, yeah.
Panini, you can do way better for $7 than a top loader with clear tape.
So are they going to replace the card for you?
Yes, they will.
They're going to hand deliver it?
And maybe...
We're still fighting how they are going to deliver it.
maybe it's an issue where it's not truly their fault. It's the FedEx people. But still, if this is how you're shipping it, maybe 1 in a million. But I'm telling you, there's going to be one of 635 now. Because we're going to get another. And I don't know if they're going to ship it or we're just going to say, hey, have it set up at the front office and I'll come pick it up one morning. Because, again, we're 15 minutes away.
Let me bend the card in half.
Yeah. Just let me go back there and bend a few Zions. I mean, I'm sure it's not an issue. Yeah. But so she contacts the guy. 1 second here. Sorry, cough. She contacts the guy and she's, is there maybe not even necessarily in this instance, but in one they put the card in upside down, for whatever reason. But when you're shipping is there maybe another way that you can secure them so that bubble mailer side, team bag, or blue
piece
tape,
of cardboard,
blue tape, piece of cardboard, Panini sticker over the top. I mean, I know you guys use those in like your encased products. It's maybe something you could do, and the guys kind of receptive to the idea, so maybe they'll change. But when we asked specifically, practically telling him that tape on a top loader is practically unacceptable unless you're getting, free shipping. And even then, really.
It's like, have you been brain dead this entire time in the
Because
hobby?
that's one of the things that I've been rails on, rightfully so, that, tape on top loader shouldn't be a thing. Don't use it. Don't do it. Painter tape, use,
team bag.
Well, so I got a auto redemption the other day from Topps, from Stadium Club, and the card comes and it's in a top loader, but the giant top sticker over the top of it. I'm fine with that because you know what happens if I go to sell that card or if I trade that card or give that card to somebody, they know that Topps put it in there. It's all sealed up and it came right from them, and no one
else has touched that card, guaranteed. Everyone applicate a piece of clear tape. See, that's what I was asking for.
Yeah,
but with Panini.
Yeah.
And the guy responded that they've never actually heard any complaints about tape on top loader.
They just probably didn't. They probably just didn't respond back because real quick, as we're on the show here, I love Ken. He tweets out, watching about the cards, and of course, Panini issues come up. Since nobody there seems to answer tweets, should I just visit their office and ask to speak to someone, or maybe at Pack Geek can get Tracy Hackler to reply since he's always on his show?
Hey, I'm fine having Tracy on.
Yeah, I've reached out a couple of times, and I had yes, and we just never got anything back to confirm anything. And my thing is I'm not going to beat anybody up, but I just have some I've serious questions. And if he comes on or somebody comes on from them and they just say, "Hey, that's a stupid question," or "You're dumb for wanting checklist," then okay, that's fine. But
is this maybe a thing you can improve upon?
Yeah, let's talk about it. And hey, real quick, the Zion Black 1/1 parallel has already been pulled, which is awesome. So at least it's not hiding out there. But no one, it's like that. Pull a green. I have a green. I love the green.
Speaking of Zion 1/1s, maybe prelude to next week's show. We might have another not Kentucky guy on.
Yeah, no, not Jimmy, but a different guy to pull a Black Zion 1/1 maybe. Anyway, so opening to open. I saw the last couple of days on Twitter, and don't get me wrong, but there's people that are going to the LCS or they're going to retail and buying stuff, opening it up, and then sending a picture out. Hey, are any of these guys good? You want to buy them? Okay, wait, what? So you went and you just bought cards randomly. You took a picture on Twitter for Twitter and send it out like, hey, I don't know if these are any good, but hey, do you want to buy them from me? Why in the holy bejesus did you buy them in the first place?
There's a lot of that lately in the Target aisles.
So I'm semi-guilty of doing this, only in that I know a few of the top names in other sports, but not like the third overall, fourth overall, fifth overall. Like you're the Morant that you pulled.
Yeah.
I didn't know whether they got drafted second overall or 30th. I know
that's fine, but I'm just saying it's like, hey, I'm going to open this stuff and now I'm going to turn around. Do you want to buy it off me?
Well, no, I'm not going to just try to flip it. I'm going to say, hey, here's who I pulled. Do you recognize any of these names? Because I don't.
That's a completely fair question, but people are doing it and they're doubling down. They're going, hey, are these guys any good? And hey, also, are you going to buy them from me?
Oh, so now that you know they're good, I want X price. Yeah, no, screw that.
Yeah, but I don't get it
Do your
though.
own research.
Yeah, that or why are you buying them? Yeah.
Because people are nuts.
It is a crazy time.
Or or KBO says, hey, DM me for offers if interested. You know, at least give a ballpark.
Give me a price.
Yeah. Now in trades, I don't like to have trade discussions openly on Twitter.
Sure.
So if like I have cards like I'm looking to trade, or I'll go to DMs instead.
Yeah.
Because nobody needs to see the mishmash that goes back and forth in that.
Right.
No.
Right. But if I'm selling you this Gary Sanchez mini, right? Little parallel, whatever, right? I'm gonna put it up, hey, Gary Sanchez mini, $10 shipped. And then you can tweet at me, hey, I'll give you $8 shipped or whatever, or hey, can we talk about this in the DMs? That's awesome.
Someone hops in over you and says, no, I'll give you the full $10.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like doing it either through DMs or, hey, I know you're a Royals fan. I pulled this. Do you want it? It's yours.
Yeah. Like that's anyway. It's just something that just picks at you after a while. And you're like, ugh.
Right.
Yeah. So a topic that was brought up by a very smart listener or viewer of the show, Ken Kinsley, said, can you talk about some local shows? And Ken's been set up a few different times down in the Dallas area. And I've set up a couple of times. I've set up twice now here in Sacramento, and Mike Summers set up a handful of times in Illinois and where he's at. And
yeah,
we've all done, and you've set up, right?
Once or twice,
right? So we've all kind of been, quote, dealers, and I don't like that word because I'm not a dealer. I mean, I'm a guy that has a lot of cards. I like to sell them, and to be honest, I really enjoy being at the show and talking cards with people.
Mm-hmm.
On that side of it, I ran into a guy that bought some cards off me. We were talking. We'd seen each other at the LCS and stuff and the card shows before, but he actually went to the same card shop I did as a kid.
Oh,
now,
nice.
He lived about 30 minutes away, and this card shop was like 5 minutes by bike for me. So I lived in there. Hands down, we'd met each other before. Guaranteed in the 90s at some point, right?
Right.
We're old guys now, but it was cool. We were talking about the guy that owned it, Mel Cowboy Fogelman. He drove this big, he had an F-250 that was purple, like Grimace purple or Barney purple with a cab on the back over the bed. He was an awesome guy. Taught us a lot about, at least me, about like finances and money and spending and not, trying to save some of your money. Anyway, but we're talking about local card shows. And so Ken's had a couple questions and he's like, hey, like, how are you, how are you doing? What works for like you guys and what doesn't work? And so I kind of have these questions I was going to go over, and I had a couple for you, Steph and Ange. And, we all kind of go to, I think, frequent shows, or we've been to enough to do that. So I've set up twice, and here I pay like $90, and I have two 9-foot tables, so I have like 18 feet of space. I got a front corner spot, which I love, and now I guess it's going to be my spot as long as I show up or reserve it. But it's next to a dealer that does a ton of business every time, so I'm really happy about that. Each time I've made money. I've paid for the table and then walked away. And the first show I did well. The second show I made even more. And it's a full day, and there's a lot of other work put into it because what I do, and he asked what works for me, and I said, well, I sort by team, or I sort by sport first. I have monster boxes, and I sort by baseball, football, and basketball, and then I sort by team, and so I have these the big dividers, and I've printed out the team names, and I got super nerdy, and it's in the font of 87 Tops nameplates, and it's in the team colors. I went and looked up all the damn team colors, and did it that way.
Yeah, you're gonna have to share that template.
Well, yeah, no, it's on our website. I was just gonna say I wrote an article about this a few months back, and everything's up there to download. You have to download the font, but it's easy, it's free, and I listed how to do that on there. And I use the Avery label mailing labels, and they work great on these things. And I do it for my own collection. And then I have one by stars. So in baseball, I think I have like 50 stars. Here like McGuire and Canseco I have out, but Griffey and Ripken and guys like that. I in current guys like say Trout or Bellinger, Ohtani, and those guys are pulled out of their teams and by themselves. And then I have easy pricing, so I penny sleeve all of my singles. And the reason I do that, the ones I'm selling, and the reason I do that is so that if someone walks away and they buy just a couple of cards, then they know they're protected. While if they put them in a bag, and I have paper lunch bags, so if someone buys, I always have the paper lunch bag. Hey, you need a bag.
It's a great idea. And
so they put them in there, and so those are all $0.25. But if you buy 5, they're $1. And if you buy 15, if you buy 100, they're $15. And I had a guy spend 3 hours there one day, and he spent $75 with me. Bought, was that 400 or 500 cards? Walked with a couple bags full of cards. Had a hell of a time. And I make clear signs, and what I do is I have my monster box, and then I set the lid up, and the sign is inside the lid. And I've shared these pictures before, and I make it super easy. And then I have a monster box with top loaders in it, and they're all $1, or they're 12 for $10. And there's no prices on them, but it's like, hey, if you pull one out, they're priced. And then I have another box that's smaller, but it's priced as is. And I went to Walmart and I bought the little garage sale stickers.
Nice.
And I don't put them on the top loaders. I put them on the penny sleeves. And the reason for that is if I don't think it's worth it, then I can pull off the penny sleeve and put a new penny sleeve on and a new sticker. And its price is marked. And so, hey, like that's the price. And I've had a few guys ask me, like, hey, would you take, it's listed at $3, or would you take $1 for it? Or would you take $2 for it? And so just keep it very easy. And what doesn't work for me is I took some high dollar cards, and and there's so many high dollar sellers there that have like vintage, and they have the autographs and the rookies and the parallels and all this stuff. Nobody else at the show has monster boxes, quarter monster boxes. There's a guy next to me that has like 10-cent cards, but it's just kind of like all the common, like everything that's not an autograph or a relic or a rookie card that's going to sell for $1 is all thrown in these boxes, and there's no rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah, that's
so it's hard to shop.
Right.
I spend the time to organize it. And so that really works in my advantage. I have people come through and like I go like, hey, who do you collect? They're like, oh, I collect the Baltimore Orioles. Well, here's the bunch of Ripkins, and then here's all the other Orioles by themselves. And I'm not putting in scrubbed Orioles. Like I'm putting in like stars or popular players for their teams or parallels or numbered cards. So if it is like a scrub that was on the Orioles, it might be like numbered out of 99, but it's a quarter. So
fair. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is to be organized, have a clear idea of what you have, and as far as have clear pricing. I hate going up to a vendor that doesn't have any markers anywhere on his thing and ask me or give me your best offer. No, you bought them. You know what you paid for. What's fair for you?
Yeah.
Well, I see, and that's where I got the best deal for my crew at the time. Rod Cruz rookie. Dude didn't know what he had. And he goes, well, what do you want to pay for it? I'm like, no. What's fair for you? I said, well, I don't know. What do you want to pay for it? So I spent like 20, 30 minutes up on eBay, and I did some searching, and I did price matching and looking up here, and I sent those back pages and a couple other guys a message saying, hey, what would you pay for this? And I come to him and I'm like, how's $20 sound? He goes, yeah, sure, fine. Okay, but if I would have said 40, you would have taken that too, obviously, or 10.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah. And that's the thing is I go back and I go, okay, what do dealers, and I've always done this in my life, like when I've been like a manager or had a team, it's like, okay, what did I like from coaches or leaders in the past and what did I hate?
Yeah.
And I've kind of modeled it after that. And I do the same here. And I whenever anybody walks up to my table, I don't care if they glance at it. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Let me know if you have any questions. Holler at me.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a sign up that says willing to listen to any offers, right?
Right.
You know, hey, throw me a crazy deal. Like if I'm here to sell stuff, man, like I'm not going to think you're dumb. And so I took supplies. No one wanted to buy supplies. And Steph, you saw the pricing I had on my supplies.
Yep.
They were dirt cheap.
Yes, they were.
And no one sniffed at them. So I was like, okay, so I stopped taking supplies. I take a row of penny sleeves. That's mainly just to fill up the very end of my monster boxes.
But you have them available.
Yeah, I had a whole row empty in my monster box. So I said, screw it. I just threw penny sleeves in there. Being here, yeah, Ken said he set up a 3-day show in August with more than 12 or more than a dozen monster boxes. Maybe 5 people sat down and went through them.
And that was like a 200-300 table show. There's plenty of people there.
Yeah. So I don't know what would have done differently.
The one thing that I would add, not necessarily in that particular case, because he should have sold. He should have sold out. Going based off similar vendors that had similar pricing. But you know, sometimes it just depends on who comes in.
Yeah. And so like there's an older guy so at this show I know that people, because I'm one of them, the show starts at 9.
Mm-hmm.
But the regulars, they show up about 8.
Mm-hmm.
So my goal is to be set up by 7:30.
Right.
I can do a quick run around as people are setting up, and that's how I found that Vlad Gold rookie for $10. Which anyway, he's an older guy and he loves to go through there. And I would say he's probably, I mean, he's not ancient. He's probably he and Uncle Rich were probably in the same high school class. So I always didn't go and I always grab him a chair.
Sure.
And I put a chair down for him. I go, hey, I got a chair for you. And he spends and then the chair stays there the whole day. And people sit down and go through the boxes. And, so I try to have a conversation about it. And, there's a show January 4th. I'm really hoping to do a family and stuff with the little ones. But I went through I've been buying collections and pulling out stuff. I just went through a couple boxes here and I was like, well, I had 3,000 cards into my quarter boxes and, be aggressive. And sometimes I'll take random boxes full of cards and I'll make an offer on it. One time I had a 5,000 count of Bowman and somebody offered me $20. I'm like, cool, here, it's yours. I don't want it. It's taking up space. So, but Steph, what do you guys like? What do you like to see when you go to a local show? What are the things that really catch your eye when you're out shopping?
And I'll let you take this one first. You weren't paying attention.
No.
She's reading a book in the background, but she's also
what book is it, though? What book is more exciting than listening to Tim Shuppler talk?
Just a stupid magazine.
Oh, wow.
One of those. No, so what I'd like to see when I go to a card store, table, card show is the word I was looking for. Thank you. Is either a new collection of vendors, because in the local area, I've seen Kyle's booth, I've seen Bruce's booth, I've seen Rich's booth way more than I need to.
Oh. I know a guy named Rich Booth. How funny is that?
Wow.
Nice. But either new vendors or, hey, I have new stuff. Or, hey, more so, I know you collect the Twins. I just pulled some new stuff, or hey, here's some stuff from the new series that's out. Not just the same retread. It's kind of nice as well. Clear and organized.
Yeah.
Hey, baseballs are in these boxes, footballs in these boxes. You don't have to go as OCD as Tim and have them broken down by teams. But hey, if you do, that's even nicer. Or more so, hey, here's my 71s through 75s. Here's my 76s through 80. Here's my 80s through 90s.
Okay. When we do a show, this guy gets generally stuck somewhere, which leaves me to roam the entire room.
I find a dime box to sit down at.
Yeah, he finds a chair. He talks to Uncle Rich or a vintage guy of some sort and starts talking. And then I wander off and I figure out who has stuff today that's new. There's generally not much more, but I get woefully surprised occasionally. So.
Yeah, I mean, I like Steph. I want it to be somewhat organized in pricing, or is also too is have a friendly dealer, somebody that's saying, "Hey, what's up? How's it going?"
Well, and something I just touched on that goes along with that. Have your prices, but also say, "Hey, if you're willing to negotiate, price is negotiable. Make me a deal." That way I know that it's not a firm 20 off a $15 card.
Yeah.
Okay, how about if I buy 3, it's this price, that price. Okay, sure. Because now, if I only had 2, you're making me go pick a 3rd. And maybe that means that I pull 4 more.
Yeah. Here's the link I just posted the link in the chat for the article. It's sorting cards that I've used, and it shows all of I even have on the NBA, I even have the Seahawks, I have the Oilers, so some teams that maybe not exist. I even have the NHL on there.
You gonna bring up the Seahawks after Monday?
Well, if your team didn't suck,
tell me about it.
Or your kickers,
We've never had a decent kicker. Fuck Gary.
We can.
How about the guy that invented Nerf footballs?
Best kicker in the world, and he will suck.
So giving back, as we're going to wrap up the show tonight, a couple things wanted to hit. So our buddy Ryan Johnson at Card Collector 2 tweeted out last week. Toy Drive last year was big, but going to do it even bigger this year. There's a video link below, 4 minutes, talking about it, and some amazing prizes being given away for those who donate prizes to help out. Mahomes jerseys, autographed Mahomes jerseys, boxes, 8x10s, and much more. So there's a 4-minute video, and really what it breaks down is where it goes, what it's for. There's an Amazon shopping list as well. That's where you basically, in the video explains that, we'll share it here. You can go buy something here, ship it to the particular address that's listed, and then what he's going to do is, off that shopping list, he's going to go and put everybody in a random, and you're going to get your prizes that way. It's a good thing, a good way to give back. It helps out basically some foster kids or kids that have been abused and certain things in his area in Ohio.
County Children's Services, yeah.
Yeah. So pretty awesome. So check it out if you can help out. I mean, the toys that were listed, I mean, they started around $10.
Yeah.
The donations and stuff they were looking for. So
I mean, some of these are board games that you can easily find $5-10.
Yeah. So a great
football,
way.
I mean,
yeah, great way to give back and maybe win a Mahomes autographed jersey they got from the Chiefs. So also to Uncle Rich Klein at Saber Geek. This Saturday, a couple things coming up. So this Saturday at the Comfort Inn in Plano Suites, Comfort Inn and Suites in Plano, on East 700 East Central Parkway.
Yeah.
There's a mix of thank you with the free admission and door prizes and partial fundraiser for his wife and unexpected expenses, which may pop up from her and her recent surgery. They have a show after that for the synagogue. The Adat Shavam. Oh, no, that's probably not even right. That's going to be March 8th. And that's on Independence Parkway in Plano. It's in the shopping center at the northeast corner of Spring Creek and Independence.
It's literally in the center of a L shopping center.
Okay. And at the show, they give everyone who pays $1 suggested entry fee, they give a donation bag of cards and a prize slip for good cards. There's some good cards to get in the bag. He said to ask you about an Evan Mathis card.
Yeah, so that's the one that I mentioned. I believe I mentioned on the show. If
Yeah,
not,
I think so.
I know we talked about it beforehand. That was rookie year. It's numbered out of I think $6.99, but apparently on ComC, the only other two that are available right now are up for the $300-$400 because they know. Sorry. Oh boy,
He just died on us. That Evan Mathis buys those
sound
cards.
like an old engine, but yeah, he occasionally goes and picks up all of his cards, nice. And that was one of the ones that was in the prize bag that I just thought, hey, it's a serial number, throw it up on ComC.
Yeah, he said Dr. Jim, and we'll leave it at that, averages 30 or so bags, and there are people who buy more than he does. So, yeah, there's a bunch of dollar bags.
Mail them to our work office here, and I'll post that in chat.
Yeah, so
Care of Rich. Yeah,
if you want to donate cards to this charity, you can always mail cards to the address Steph's posted here. We'll tweet it out and stuff. Upon receipt, he'll send you a donation sheet which you can use for taxes. So I have a monster box that's going to be headed down their way. It's going to probably fill a full large flat rate. So that's pretty awesome. Some good ways to kind of give back, and Uncle Rich is a great guy and does quite a bit for the hobby, and he's a hobby icon. Like, he's on the Mount Rushmore of hobby people, in my opinion. We've also added an IG account about the cards, so find us on IG,
Instagram.
It's Instagram or the Gram, or the Gram as I call it, Insta.
I think we've only have one picture posted.
Yeah. I'm leaving Steph up to run the Insta. I have so many burner Insta accounts of all my ladies out there.
I'll be sure to tell B about those.
Yeah, please do.
Actually, I think my Insta's the biggest one of all of ours.
Yeah.
But
we're not talking about size on this show. It's all about.
I don't want to embarrass the rest of us.
Uh-huh.
But no, I believe it's just about the cards. I followed a bunch of people just based that, hey, I know this guy. Hey, I know we're following him on this. But should us a follow for anybody that I should have, and actually we should just got followed as I'm saying that. But no, it's another way that we're looking to discuss and share our hobbies and discuss with everyone.
We like to find different avenues to talk to everybody. I mean, mainly we do on Twitter, to be honest. I mean, that's kind of where I think we live and breathe a little bit, but that's where we found each other. So look at that. We're at an hour and 23 minutes. Not too bad tonight. So better than the 2 hour, Martin Scorsese cut we had last week. But yeah. Remember, we are live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on YouTube.
10 Central and 11 Eastern.
You can make sure to subscribe and review our show on all platforms. Follow us on Twitter about the cards. You can always follow Ben at our trading cards. Give him a shout out this week. Say, hey, Ben, we missed you. Can't wait to see you next week. Follow Step at JunkWax. You can always follow me at Big Shep 79. And any final thoughts before we run out tonight?
Not really. Hope to have a full show next week for you guys. Hopefully Ben will be back from assignment. Love seeing him here.
Yeah.
And maybe we can get rid of Angela so she doesn't have to harp on me.
Angela.
I mean, hey, Angela, look, we love having you on the show, but you got to go.
This is normally my bedtime.
You got to go.
You got to get no.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for hanging out this time. We will see you next week. And make sure to share your hobby stories, good pulls, and any questions with us.
Absolutely.
Until then, we'll talk to you next week. See ya.
See you guys then.
See ya.